On to Dust2, map 3 in the series between ENCE and AGO, and both teams looking to pick up a win here in ESL Pro League. ENCE for the reason of securing their place at the top of the standings, and for AGO to make a bit of a competitive mix towards the middle.
AGO, they've chosen to start out on that T side, and I like that a lot. Set the tempo, set the pace in towards this matchup. They've already done that by taking the long control, at least for the time being. Pardon me, as my banana bread tries to escape my body.
You are pardoned, and I'm sure the banana bread will be fine there. However, look at this at long. They seem to be aware that Furlan can be out towards blue, and that's going to be spotted as well. No Molotov to flush him out, but off the back of this information, let's see what ENCE do. They're just going to hold the crossfire for now. Sunny going to be flashed off the line, has a counter, bit of utility himself as Ariel goes back off it, finds himself a second. This is looking good for ENCE.
Yeah, it is indeed. Ariel still, well, I was going to say surviving in pit, but he doesn't for too long. Groovy, actually, turns things around for AGO. And it's an AGO that is suffering a couple of losses, but the same can be said for ENCE. And long control is there for the T side, so they have their options available. Smokes are going to go down into CT spawn, and now the flashes for the progression. AGO might not have the easiest time of crossing. Alu's watching it, and there goes one head. We'll see if he can get too many more. Alu's doing a great job from short, but Fiku inevitably does salvage things. Needs the bomb, however, and he has to jump back in towards CT to collect it.
Spots ahead there in CT, but the second's coming too. So Fiku full control. Unfortunately, it's going to be Sergey tapping heads there with the CZ, and that's going to be first round on the board for ENCE on the CT side.
That's something they did so well the other day against G2, is just keeping that CT economy really, really strong. Winning a lot of these rounds convincingly, getting that CT pistol. If ENCE can do that again here today, then AGO is going to have a real tough time of things. Keen to see AGO, they need to bring that same momentum, that same pace that we saw on the T side of Mirage if they're going to have a chance here, and that's definitely a style you can employ here on the T side of Dust2.
Just spamming away straight down mid, and Sunny is going to take the opportunity just to go completely aggro through bedroom. Flash over the top from Ariel allows him to find himself two. And this is looking good already. Alu on the hunt for a second of his own. Going to cop a bink, but that helmet keeping him alive for now. Yampy as well, just pushing through upper dark. So ENCE on the full aggressive after AGO just failed to get out of spawn at all.
Yeah, you saw two pushes there from ENCE actually in that round. Immediately after they saw all those Glocks spamming towards middle, I think it was Yampy was over towards B. The man just ran straight through upper dark, and then also Sunny was at long there, just gunning it straight out of long heart with the MP9 and flash over the top from Ariel. Looking for all of those kills on the eco, farm up some money on those MP9s, and they've kept over a lot of those MP9s into this round now, and aggression into tunnel.
Oh, and that's going to be shut down quickly. Groovy and MHL just dealing with these players nicely, and the lowest player, Yampy, goes down as well. So ENCE with the bonus round, not looking too good. So okay, and Ariel now just pretty much have to go for the save in a three-man disadvantage.
Yeah, keeping it competitive towards the start of the map is always good to see for AGO. It's a nice solid gun round. Does leave ENCE reeling a little bit, but if they save these two guns, they'll be able to build a pretty good buy in round 4.
So I'm seeing a bit of discussion, Jordan.
Yeah, mate.
And you know how we like to flip in the flop on the dink and the bink?
Oh, I love a bit of the flip and the flop on the dink and the bink.
Yeah, so that's happening. People are saying, it's a dink, not a bink. It's a bink, not a dink. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the same thing.
It's a bink. It's a bink.
It's like, hey, did you play Tony Hawk Pro Skater on Nintendo 64 or PlayStation 1?
PlayStation 2 was the only Tony Hawks that I played.
Oh, well, look.
I played Tony Hawk's
ruining my point.
Pro
The point
Skater
is,
4.
It was the same game no matter which platform you played.
And I think I actually played the original on the PC when it came out, that remastered version.
Right. Oh, that, like, the bad remastered version? The one that, like, flopped?
Yeah.
Speaking of flipping and flopping. Well, there you go. Anyway, this is a better round coming out from AGO, just locking it down nice and early, dealing with the aggression from ENCE. And let's see if ENCE go for it again. This time, Yampy does have the AWP in hand. Alu as well, so double AWP setup coming out for the CTs. And is long control. Alu just finding Fiku early there. Glass cannon on Yampy not having too much effect yet.
On the topic of bink, I think it's actually just an Australian thing. I think most countries say dink, but in Australia we more or less say bink. Anyway, Yampy, he doesn't need to worry about Binks or Dinks because he's got himself an AWP in hand, and 9 times out of 10 it's not going to matter whether you hit the headshot or not. Sunny and Yampy boosting up there, and they're doing a great job of it. Already AGO suffering a lot of losses there in mid. MHL is the last alive for AGO right now, and he doesn't last too long. 3-1 is the scoreline. Good response from ENCE after AGO picked up a nice gun round initially. All I'm going to say, Mac, is if anyone wants to argue about Bink versus Dink and say it's one way or another,
They're here for the wrong reasons.
I think they stink!
Hit him with the kitchen sink, Jordan.
That's right.
Well, AGO is starting to run out of cash here. They have secured that short control, so that's a key piece of map control very quickly into the round, I might add. 1:30 still on the clock, and they've already taken that short control with just Oskarish, but unfortunately they've lost MHL in the AWP on Optal. Yampy, big impact from the man. ENCE, a team with a very strong double AWP. Easy to forget that Yampy can be a pretty fearsome primary AWPer in his own right, and then you've got Alu as well, who, when he's on, don't think you're going to be getting past either of these Finnish AWPers.
And Alu does tend to have a good time on Dust2. It's Ariel that's looking to control long right now for the CT side, and he is going to have his work cut out for him. 4 remaining Ts headed in his direction as we wait and see what he's going to be able to do. Receives a flash from his teammate, Alu helping him out. That's already a good start for ENCE. And Alu also posted up now on the crossfire angle. It's going to be tough for AGO to dig Ariel out, even though they invested 2 mollies into pit. He still survives, and that's a perfect round for ENCE. Excellent work.
Yeah, great support coming through, and great patience from the pit player as well. Alu, I saw him with those 2 flashes, and I was thinking, I wonder if he's going to be able to rotate and throw those in time. But he surely did, and it was Ariel just to hold control for long enough. ENCE looking solid on the defense already.
Now AGO having to go down to the pistols. ENCE very much stepping into this window where they're putting pressure on the economy. Now the utility as well as the AWP there doing quite a lot of damage to these pistoling players. And ENCE, they're looking absolutely clean and comfortable at the moment. Just look at their money. One of the biggest difficulties you can face on Dust2 on the CT side is when you're having your economy pressured. And it's the complete opposite for ENCE at the moment. They're going to be able to fund all the utility and the double AWP setup for quite a time to come.
Prog smoke there, flashes in. No one dropping a CT. It's just the wrap through elbow. Sunny and Alu teaming up perfectly, but Fiku answering with the deagle shot of his own. Alu denying that bomb, and it's going to go to CT as well. That's the round already. Even if Fiku fights his way back, but manages to get the double dig. That's a nasty situation. 1 on 2 now, and he's got the AK in hand. All right, not waiting for the smoke on short, and both the CT's facing here. He's able to just survive somehow for this long. Okay, swapping to the glass cannon now. Yampy on the line, flash to allow Fiku back on it, but Jampy just stops it at the perfect moment. And that was a dangerous situation there for ENCE.
Yeah, a couple of binks coming through from Fiku with the deagle, and he gets some good work done. But AGO still not quite able to capitalize on it, unfortunately, for them. Yeah, it's damaging to the economy of ENCE, but
I think we need to establish something here, Jordan.
Yep.
A bink is where you shoot them in the head, but they don't die.
Okay.
If they get the deagle kills, that's a 1B.
I know, Pilly!
Okay.
I'm just messing with the chat.
Fair enough. You're messing with me, to be honest. I'm with you, chat.
I'll mess you up, all right?
And what's a gush?
A gush, Jordan?
That's where you hit headshot in, but they don't die.
And they don't have a helmet.
Yeah, and they don't have a helmet.
Because it makes a gush sound.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think it's... Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right, Mac. You're right. Because then what would a bink be if a gush was the same when they had a
so
headshot?
1B's for one big, right?
1B. Are you talking about beagles or something?
Yeah, beagles.
You gonna buy me a beagle?
I think
I'll take a beagle.
Hang on, a 1B is just a headshot. It doesn't matter what gun it's with.
Yes, that's true.
And a 1D is obviously with a dig.
But I was getting a bit excited about the beagles, Jordan.
Any binkers in chat? That's what I want to know.
Any Alu fans in chat?
Like, let's be real. You don't say Jar Jar Dinks. You say Jar Jar Binks. Like, that's all I'm going to... I think that settles the score, really.
Oh, it's of very little relevance. Very little.
What do you mean?
I think there's only Dinkers in chat right now.
No,
Anyway.
Dinko's not in chat.
No, Dinko. He could be. It's his time zone.
This is how you know Jordan's done. 7 a.m. He wants to go back to bed. Very quick flash out of indoors, and Sunny's there to support. What a cleanup, Mac.
Yeah, crazy crossfire, and that's going to be bomb control as well. Oscarish has minimal utility, which he's going to utilize to try and get the bomb back, but for now he's blinded himself and Alu. He's just waiting in the smoke, knowing that a push is about to come.
Oh, okay.
What? Oscarish? Okay. Anyway.
Oh, hold on a second.
Okay, we're back on. Boys are on. Sergey, Yampy, what have you got for us? Crossfire still on the bomb. 30 seconds. No util for Oscarish, but he's actually just managed to find 2 flashes on the ground. So, from here, where's he go? Just trying to bait out this aggression from Sergey. Up on the scaffold. And he's just waiting. He's just too standoffish, waiting for a flank to come through, jumps and grabs it, but goes back for more.
Oh.
And it's going to be Yampy to lock down the round, but a couple of nasty ones coming out there.
Yep. Crazy crossfire, you were saying, Mac. That sounds like a terrible mobile game. But
Crazy crossfire.
do you want to fund it, my development of Crazy Crossfire? It's going to be the next big thing.
I think you'd probably get a copyright strike if you had
You
that. Nice
probably
one
would.
tap, mate. Look at him, just
He's just chewing his gum.
so solid. Emotionless. Like a killer.
Like a killer.
Emotionless like a killer.
There you go.
Look, I think killers have
That really
a pretty
paints the
broad
picture.
range of emotions. Actually, last night I was watching interviews with a bunch of criminals. Hold on, chat, you're gonna love this.
Oh, they're gonna.
Google
You guys are gonna love this.
Criminology, JSC, I think it is. JSC Criminology.
Ah, yes. Old
JSC
JFC.
Criminal Psychology. If you ever got an hour and a half where you can't sleep and you want some time to kill, that's what you got to watch. Some of those videos, they're very interesting.
People think I see.
Yes. Wow.
I understand now.
Intriguing.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Well, over to long we go as AGO. We're going to go toe-to-toe with Aerial again, but this time Molly stops them in their tracks. Smoke down, flash out, and AGO just looking to capitalize. Sunny with the counter utility, but the flash doesn't hit, but Aerial does, and it's going to be a few good bullets hit onto the tees, and not much armor here, so they're just going to fall like flies. MHL can't get back through the wrap, through the smoke, as Alu's ready for that one as well, and ENCE just make that round look so easy.
I don't know how keen AGO was going to be to go toward long anymore. Every time they've gone there, whether it's with the pistols, whether it's with the guns, they have not been able to dig Aerial out of pit. He has just been a brick wall. And ENCE are up 7-1. AGO need to do something different.
Wow. This is looking extremely one-sided, lads. I'm kind of waiting for AGO to turn up here. So no one's really been doing very much for him. Finally, MHL steps up, a nice flash to put him on the line from Furlan. What do AGO do with this man advantage? They're going to start heading towards middle, where Yampy is awaiting with the AWP, trying to even up the odds. Surprised he hasn't gone for one of those picks in the mid-round. He's instead just going to shift and rotate over towards this A side of the map.
Nice nade to soften Furlan up a little bit. Tenderize that bag of meat.
He's really furling that one.
Yep. You alright, man?
That hurt.
Are you alright? What happened?
Don't say that ever again.
Pilsy, don't punch Mac again. That was really mean.
Sorry, Mac.
I don't know why you did that.
I just know he won't retaliate, because let's be real. It wouldn't be much of a contest.
He is a bit of a pussy.
Okay.
Ha!
AGO, they're going to go for this A split. Late smoke onto the long doors from Aerial. He's playing anti-flash here. And now the execute starts to come in for AGO. Progressing up catwalk.
It's a nicely timed incendiary, though, from Yampy, but what is that shot from Furlan? Oh, that's disgusting. And Aerial can't do too much either.
Furlan, beautiful. He sets up the start of the round with the flashbang, and then he closes around with the entries on the AK. Mwah. Beautiful. This is right when AGO needed to get going, to be honest, lads. But look at how strong ENCE's money is. AGO, they're going to need another 2 gun rounds like that to get themselves back into the game and start to close this big scoreline disparity. This is where you guys are supposed to commentate.
There's nothing happening, Pilsen.
Yeah, they're just saving.
This is just...
You don't have any humour for us?
No, humor's not the way.
It's happening.
Like, that was pretty funny.
AK upgrade. Can't complain about that.
Yeah, cool. Beautiful.
Better from AGO. But it is only a drop in the ocean. They've got a lot of rounds still that they need in this first half.
You know that song? Drop in the Ocean?
No.
You ever just log on to someone's MySpace page and Drop in the Ocean's playing? Blasting at you?
I never used MySpace.
Okay.
That's a real boomer thing to say, Pilly. Anyway, back to the Zoomers. MHL is zoomed in on mid. Sergey, similar situation. Just rocking the org. As AGO looking to posture and control mid now, maybe make their way up short, but Alu's there laying in wait.
There's a rock in the org. It's not going to work very well. Probably jam the gun up.
I'll jam you if you keep this up. Anyway. Just waiting now. Beautiful flash. Alu off the line, but he's going to be stuck at the stairs now. Goes back for more. That's a freebie for Fiku. MHL with the assist, and now up short they go. ENCE, they need to reposition. They need Aerial to frag up a storm here, and he's going to try his heart out. That's going to be 2 quick ones. Back to the 3-on-3 we go. Nade into the smoke, and AGO, they're actually going to go for the re-wrap back to mid, but Yampi's at the ready. Forced back to B doors now. It's actually going to be the cover from
Aerial.
CT. Sunny and Aerial. That's bomb control, round control. Another on the board for ENCE.
Those mid-round rotations from both teams. Really impressive. But ENCE gets one better.
Yeah, ENCE just won that round with utility. Key piece to util was from your man Sunny, I believe. Let me see if I can catch it. It's actually 2 of them. I might show that in a minute. See how slow of a round this is, and if AGO is going to contest really quick. Seems like at the moment, yeah, they're just taking things a little bit slowly. Yampy might be able to find this AW peak pick. But AGO not really doing a whole lot of anything, at least for the time being. Yampy doesn't get that shot done, so now you're going to start to see AGO progress and take a bit of catwalk control. So in the meanwhile, I just wanted to show this because this was a pretty critical point in the round. Don't worry, boys. I'm looking. If something happens, I'm switching back. But there you go, the counter flash and the Molotov. That's what really won ENCE that round. Counter flash from Aerial and the molly from Sunny, I believe it was.
Just solid util.
Just stopped AGO right at the critical point. Just 2 grenades. What's the difference between AGO storming up catwalk there and winning the round, and ENCE shutting it down and being able to give themselves the time they need?
It's been a very slow round from AGO.
Yeah, well, that's it. ENCE just giving them so much map control, and they've managed to make their way up short nicely. But again, Sunny, he's going to be hiding here at Goose. Yampy spotting Oscarish there at Xbox, and now it's where it all starts to crumble for AGO. ENCE in just solid positions to deal with the short push. And it looks like that's going to come in now. 1 flash to get them on the line. Alu going to be forced back to A-ramp. Counter utility again coming through. Alu goes forward. It's Sunny to close it from Goose. Traded from Fiku though. But MHL knows that Sunny's here around the corner. And MHL, he's got a man coming in to help him. But it's a 4v2 situation. And it looks like the round's already won by ENCE.
At least the incendiary went down, which means AGO can't really push into the bomb site. And now, as you mentioned, Mac, there's just no time. MHL and Groovy have a difficult and kind of dangerous job of hanging on to these weapons on short. There's a fair bit of money for ENCE, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them try and challenge late into the round here, but looks like they won't. A little bit more cognizant of the fact that maybe their economy is more worthwhile keeping topped up than trying to break AGO's. 9-2. I mean, to be honest, does ENCE really need to kind of push the issue all that much, or do they need to keep cruising along the way that they are? And I'd argue that it's more of the latter. ENCE don't need to change it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, the boys over on ENCE really cruising along nicely. Haven't ever had their economy pressured too much. AGO now going to try and force their way out long. They have found that opener.
And they're looking for a second too, but Sunny almost manages to spray transfer there, but Oscar stops him in his tracks, and that's going to be a couple of free upgrades now, getting rid of those Galils in a moment. Alu, last line of defense, but he's going to be joined shortly by Sergey here.
Yeah, I think AGO is just going to start to slow this round down. You can see Groovy sitting on that infamous Dust2 deathmatch line, really just waiting for the boys to push into upper or try to catch someone pushing through middle, because ENCE is at a man disadvantage situation. They need to make something happen. You can see them a little bit antsy, sort of shifting around, looking for an angle, looking for an opportunity here as AGO start to make their way back through spawn. Sergey's 2-1. He hasn't disconnected or something, has he? There's no way he's 2-1, right?
I want to say he has, but
the HLTV scoreboard shows that he's 2-1 as well. What? Surely not.
he's been playing mid, hasn't he? So, no, I think that's not true.
Surely not.
Well, he hasn't had a huge amount of influence at the moment.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, if that's accurate. 2-1, 12 rounds in. Well, Molly dropped at a beautiful timing here for Yampy. You can see on the other side of the map, MHL, he's trying to find that pick with the AWP, and after the utility pressure does come in here, Sergey...
They've committed to this rotate, and Sergey is in the perfect position to deal with it, but it's a 1-for-1. Alu hits back onto Groovy, and now it's an awkward situation because Alu needs to go down, and that's going to work. There's just enough time to get to site as Yampy comes in through CT. MHL to A-ramp, and beautifully timed AGO might be able to convert.
Maybe. Yampy's not too shabby himself, and there's a decent amount of cash for ENCE. So, again, he does have that option of going for this retake if he wants to. And it certainly looks like he does. Flash is going to get popped up over the top. Furlan and MHL give him nothing. 9-3. AGO continue to try and plug away at this first half.
Very nicely done for them. Mid-rounded their way out of a bad situation, AGO. Oh, well, to be fair, they got those favourable trades towards long and then mid-rounded their way through, so... They did a decent job there up until the point where they ran into that crossfire between Alu and Sergey, but still got those trades, still got the kills that they needed to get, even though it got a bit dicey. And they get their third round on the board, and there's a pick for MHL right off the bat, straight out of B. He's found Yampy trying to cross up on top of Heaton there.
And that's a huge pick to get, but AGO not accelerating off the back of it. Flash through doors now. They're going to send Furlan in. If they can get this other entry onto Sergey, it's looking good, but counter utility a little bit too strong. MHL for the trade. That's the 3v3 and almost full control of site, but they need to get past Sunny here. No smoke on the doors just yet. It's about to pop, and AGO.
That nade.
No, it's Aerial to get it done.
Yeah, through the smoke, he just spams down MHL. Now Fiku in a good spot. Can't hang on to anything. And an Alu Kobe to finish the round for ENCE, 10-3. Double AWPs retained. A bit of a messy round in the end there for ENCE, but they get it over the line. It's okay. Sort of breaking the economy of AGO as well. They're in a half-buy kind of a situation here. Pistol and armor, or it's going to be the investment, the full investment more or less.
That's a dangerous call.
So they're fighting 10-5 instead of going for the 11-4.
If they can secure themselves a bomb plant here, they still have a full buy into the next regardless. But let's see Yampy, so aggressive out mid, but just barely survives on 33 HP, falling back through the doors.
He almost gets spammed down there by the scout. AGO make their way straight out of middle, though. A lot of pressure on Yampy here. It seems like they're setting up for this mid to be split.
Oh, but Yampy stopping that one nicely. Second for him as well, just redirecting the focus back to Upper Dark now, coming through the smoke. But Sergey's here to take contact over the top. Yampy with another. It's the AWPs just reigning supreme in round 14. And an 11 goes on the board for ENCE.
Just dominating. Same thing that we saw on Train, Jordan.
Yep. Big turnaround from ENCE. And a nice full buy into the final round of the half. AGO have got themselves at least something to play with, though the scout for MHL, not ideal. Obviously the Galil there for Fiku. It's substandard as well, but workable. Yampy's going to try and get aggressive into mid. I wonder if AGO heard that. Doesn't look like they're too bothered, regardless whether they did or not. And the challenge is on to Sunny, who's just caught out in no man's land. And it's all Alu now to defend the bomb site. The AWP in hand, and he's been good from this position. in ESL Pro League so far, but only landing one shot. Gets himself back across, and here's a chance on the Furl, and again a big flick attempt from Alu, but it falls by the wayside.
Where'd ENCE go? They're all gone. Sergey can't get the crouch jump, so needs to hit the KZs, but he needs to hit some Ts as well, and he's not going to do it in the final round of the half. AGO take 4, and now we have to go to a short break before the second and final half of the series is upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go too far. We'll see you in a minute.
It takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Stand up, got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Get on and gun, show him how to make a miracle. Stand up, got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Doesn't have the time, always talks about all the other guys. Will I ever understand? Without her, it's not fair, I need you back. No more crying at the end, I'll do it again.
(11-4) for ENCE, and the storyline from Train continues. AGO just not showing up in these second two maps. They had a phenomenal performance on Mirage, but a one-map wonder is not good enough in a best-of-3 series. It's just like Eiffel 65 when they released Blue. No one knows any of their other songs, and apparently for AGO, they don't have any other maps that they can play in this best-of-3. So ENCE are looking like they might complete the reverse sweep, and they move on to their T side, pistol round, all important. At least for AGO.
Now listen up, here's a story about a little boy that lived in a blue world.
Blue his house, blue with a window, and a blue for red.
Blue Corvette, actually, but look, you're pretty close. Anyway, it's going to be AGO on the blue side, on the CT side for now, just looking to fight from the disadvantage. And ENCE, they found long control completely for free. Sunny going to be spotting Furl and jiggling. Makes his way to pit for free.
My whole worldview's been shattered. I honestly thought it was a blue for red. Kind of makes sense in the context of the song, don't you think?
With a blue Corvette sitting out the front of the house, what do you mean?
Yeah, but he's living in a blue world, so instead of red, He's got a blue for red. A blue color for red. Anyways.
Hey,
Nice.
do you guys see this round of Counter-Strike?
Yeah, I've talked about it.
It's pretty cool.
Do you want to talk about it?
Oh, well, I'm looking at the flashes that Ariel's throwing over Carl right now for his teammates to get up onto this A site.
Oh, he's done a pretty good job as well, and so is Yampy just clearing out the site for now. CT going to be cleared out in a moment, but Groovy with the P2K has been looking dangerous today. Bomb going to be planted for Plat now as the wrap comes through. Furlan jumping for info, but Sergey just waiting for the reapproach, crabbing all the way around as Groovy hunts the head, and there it is. 3-on-3 now, no smoke, but a kit in play. Furlan has it though, and he's down in CT. It's going to be Groovy just cleaning up almost on his own. Sunny coming in from long, Alu on short as well, and that's going to be too strong of a crossfire as ENCE just clean it up and send it to 12-4. Boys, this is looking like it could be all she wrote.
Yep, certainly seems that way. That was the round that AGO needed, and it doesn't mean that their life's going to get any easier heading into the rest of this half.
Groovy's given me some, like, nothing vibes on that P2000 when the man was, like, top-rated pistoling player on that C9 roster. Haven't seen anyone make that P2K look quite that good for a while. That's not great for AGO. They're trying to duel Yampy's scout and mid, and everyone's just copping tags right and left and dying, falling over. ENCE have got that catwalk control. Sunny's doing something.
Yep. Oskarish is kind of cottoning onto it, although that spam through the smoke is going to give away his position, and that's not good news. Mac-10 chasing him down for Sunny, and now B-site is cracked open. Looks like ENCE have plenty of options, and they're actually not electing to head towards B. They've collected the bomb from T-spawn, taking their sweet time to get it down into mid.
Last line of defense from the B side is going to be spotted crossing back to A, and Alu hears this rotation through, but Groovy, look at the time, and he just barely gets off the line. And at long range, he might be able to upgrade to that AK. Leave the FAMAS behind, but ENCE are happy to go for the hunt here. Probably going to be going for the upgrades into the next round anyway, and they really want to get the mitts on the AK, which they will successfully. And Furlan at long range has the Deagle to play with. But I dare say ENCE just don't want more than just the AK. And this should be 13 secured. 9-round lead so far for ENCE as AGO slow start in the second half.
Slow start in the last two games,
Yep.
to be honest. That's cool.
Go for it. Get the gun, son.
No.
Come on. Run at it.
No.
Get a few.
It's a long way back.
Feed him.
He's in his comfort zone.
Feed
Leave
him.
alone.
Nah. Not this time. He's not hungry enough. He knows when he's full. That's going to be a nice opening from Yampy in round 17. But as we head into round 18, what has AGO got for us?
Nothing. They're
Nothing.
saving. Every time I see Yampy, I just think of Jordan singing the Schnappy song.
Yeah.
Das kleine Krokodil.
That was actually
What language is
pretty
that?
good. That's German.
The German one. Yep.
Ich bin Yampy. I can't really
Uber.
think of anything that like sort of rhymes with crocodile for him to be.
Yeah, not many things rhyme with that. That's probably why.
Why don't you just smile?
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. There's a big stack on the B bomb site from AGO, and I reckon ENCE has probably figured that out. ENCE are leaving the bomb back toward T-spawn quite a lot in these rounds. Very slow T-side so far from ENCE, even though they've been against weaker buys.
Oh well. AGO at least have some time to practice their KZ there on the B site, so pretty happy. Just making sure the movement's all ready, warmed up, legs are good to go for their gun round.
Yeah, this game's over. Like, you guys ever
Wow.
see... Yeah,
Are you leaking the script?
You guys ever see a CT side team come back on Dust2?
No.
Like, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because of the economy.
Yeah. It happens. You just got to believe.
It almost never
Speaking
happens.
of-
I'd like to know the percentage of comebacks on
Pilski.
the CT side. Yeah, okay. No.
Tell me,
I don't know. I don't want to
how
tell you anything.
many rounds will it take AGO to get on the board before you believe that the comeback?
I hate
It's
you
gonna
more
happen.
every day, Mac.
Why?
Just because. No reason. No reason.
You know, I think to myself, Jordan,
What a wonderful world.
only 6 more days. But then I realised that we have to do Asia and OS with this guy as well.
Woo!
No.
Jordan,
Any
full
of you
on
guys in
head-to-heads.
Twitch chat, if you've ever cast before,
Have you guys casted before?
and you'd like to cast some Asian Counter-Strike with myself and Pilski, we are looking to replace one member of the desk. I won't say who it is.
Oh, he's our boy. Oh, he's our boy. No, this is actually a serious round. Furlan's gone
Maybe
down
it is.
early, and AGO look like they're about to completely be cracked, and ENCE could just win this 16-4 from here.
Yeah, and not cracked in the NA way. But is the good version of cracked.
No.
Like falling apart cracked.
Yeah, that's the one.
2 players on B, 2 players on A. Not much of a defense in mid, and ENCE at the moment heading in that direction. They might actually look to exploit it shortly.
Groovy's out long there. He's managed to clean out the angles here behind the blue bin and make his way into bedroom. To be honest, probably should have just opted to climb into the bin or have a lie down in the bedroom because nothing else is really happening for AGO at this point.
Well, let's see if ENCE just decide to end up going for the B split from this position. Looks like Alu's gone back with the flash to send Sergey out mid. He's cleared close. Off the back of that, surely we see mid to B smoke, maybe coming out from Sunny in a second. Although out long, Ariel's gone after the pick, and he's going to be traded through. So MHL at least able to continue fighting. Fiku goes down at mid. Oscarish deals with him nicely, but as he gets to window, the push comes out. Tunnels as Oscarish finds another. So there is a chance, but MHL needs to hit everything.
And he has done so much work to give AGO the opportunity here, but how does MHL make this one happen? Alu would have heard him booking it up there, and he's just going to drop down into CT spawn. If MHL doesn't push through this smoke, Alu gets the shot in the back, and that's the end of it. 15-4, and ENCE now on match and series point. A good attempt from x-kom AGO today, but unfortunately, one map does not a series victory make.
Yeah, and that's just AGO in a nutshell, I feel. They have a couple of maps that they're very strong at in the pool, but they haven't really developed that map pool at this level of competition yet, unfortunately. Okay, just running straight through the smoke towards upper.
ENCE looking quite confident in this round. Alu's waiting for the push to come through from Fiku, but the grenade will be enough. Lands right at the feet. And it's just Groovy and MHL now trying to salvage things, but they won't be able to do it. Ariel finishes